Hi, everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Friends. And I love this series because there's so many interesting people out there in the world, in our community that are doing good things. They're helping themselves, they're helping others. And we've got one today, and she's our very own Donna Serpe. So, Donna, welcome to Conversations with Friends. Donna is a longtime meditator with the Brahma Kumaris, longtime teacher, uh, meditator, and more than that, she's also an incredible chef. If you haven't had Donna's food ever, her vegetarian, vegan food, then I would say you've lost something in life. No, you haven't lost it, but you're missing something, and you got to meet Donna or stop by the center and have a meal with Donna. Donna, it's good to see you. And she'll offer it too, right? You're always asking people, eat more, eat more. And I feel like you've been in the business for a long time of just making people feel happy. Has that been your mission, especially when you're feeding people and talking spirituality with people? You just get happy and enthusiastic.
Yeah, it's true.
So what happens? Like it starts, well, let's go back, okay? Let's start with your spiritual journey. And I think that it started, your serious spiritual journey really did start with the Brahma Kumaris. So you were kind of looking around before that, checking things out, right? But not for you,
Mhm.
it wasn't yet what you were committed to.
Yes.
And so maybe share a little bit about, for people that don't know you or know who you worked for, or how it all came to be that you connected with the BKs.
Okay. I worked for Robin and Dorina Gibb, and I was their personal assistant. And so they had a macrobiotic cook, and the macrobiotic cook started teaching me how to do macrobiotic food
Mm,
because at that
mm.
time, macrobiotic food was really, um, popular. And
Yeah.
so I think, well, why not? I'll learn how to do it. So one of the ladies and one of the guys that worked there started teaching me how to do macrobiotic cooks.
Mm.
So, and I was feeding Robin and Duino.
So they were really ahead of time, or ahead of a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
people,
Oh
weren't they? If they were
yeah.
eating macrobiotics, which is a very healthy diet, Asian, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They were ahead of a lot of,
Oh
people
yeah.
getting into healthy eating and everything. And you
Yeah.
weren't yet, right? This is
No.
what started you
No,
on the
I
journey.
started working there and she says, listen, if you want to stay here and have lunch, I will give it to you for free.
Hmm.
But if you want to eat meat, then go out and eat it at somewhere else. And at that time, I wasn't a Brahmin. I was
Yeah,
just, I
right.
was just
It was,
me.
you were just doing your thing.
Yeah.
Donna, so you were kind of always studying things. I think you were going to Native American little programs and things like that. And
Mhm.
so, what was it about the Brahma Kumaris that you really learned about them through Dwina and Robin? Because, well, Dwina especially was becoming a student, not yet totally, but she was really interested. So, what touched you about the Brahma Kumaris?
Um, Daddy Janky.
Wow, really?
Yeah, yeah. And I just had spent a lot of time because it was the only spiritual journey that I'd been on, and I've been on a lot of them. And this was the only one that really meant something to me. It was a feeling that I got immediately that is like, this is what I wanted to do. This is what I want to do. And the experiences in yoga with Daddy, I think, and Veronica at the center. I mean, that was enough for me.
That was it. You were
Yeah,
sold, huh? You were sold.
that's it. I was sold.
And you've been very serious about your journey for at least 30 years?
Yes.
Yeah. So if there was just one thing that you would like to pass on to others that, do kind of play around with different kinds of spiritual journeys and yet haven't found it, what would you say about the Brahma Kumaris? What is different about them?
I think the main thing would be truth
Mm,
because you get the truth. You get the truth in a lot of different ways. You get it from the things that you hear every day, you know, as far as like classes and even looking at your own self, you feel that you're getting the truth from your experience.
Beautiful. And there's something about, would you say, about the Brahma Kumaris? I mean, this is what I always say to people, and I do really deeply believe this. They're not trying to convert you, right? They're really
No,
not. I
not
mean,
at
they want to
all.
offer the knowledge they have and the meditation that they have, and they're so happy to offer it to you. But they're
Yes.
not trying to, what's the word where you tie a little rope around somebody and pull them in? No, you
One
know,
time I heard Daddy say to somebody,
the
we don't
senior
we don't
teacher
want
head.
your
Yes.
money. We don't want your money. We because you wouldn't be able to afford it.
That's a great line. That's a great
Yeah.
line because you keep
Yeah.
getting more and more and more. Now, I mean, really, when you started, and again, how many years are we talking about? 20, 30, 30?
30.
Yeah, there was definitely an interest in spirituality. I think it's been growing, but
Mhm.
it's changed a lot. Would you say
Yeah.
right now? I don't mean just with the Brahma Kumaris. I mean, there is a spiritual, can you say awakening?
Yeah, oh, definitely. And there needs to be, because I think that when you talk about spirituality, you talk about silence and the
Hmm.
power of silence.
Hmm.
And I think nobody covers it better than the Brahma Kumaris when it comes to that, you know, as far as meditation.
Yeah.
And actually, if you think about it, when you think of your silence, when you go into silence, it's
Hmm.
like you're putting a full stop to something in your life, whether it's a thought, a negative thought that you might have, or
Yeah.
your an experience that you've had. And what are you doing with it when you're looking at it? When you're not in silence, it's growing within you if it's a negative thought. Okay.
Negative and
Yeah.
worrying.
You're not
Um,
understanding
yeah.
something. And I think that um we have the ability to go beyond that
Mhm.
and surrender that thought and make the thought come out right.
So it really is, I
But I
mean,
mean surrender, like don't,
surrender
just get rid of that thought.
when you have that thought and you realize it's
Yeah.
not a good thought, positive
Yeah.
thought, you know.
Yeah. And then when it is a good thought, you want to take more.
Yeah. And you
And
do
so
want more.
there is one way that could happen is it you give it to someone that's stronger than you.
Hmm.
That's not necessarily a person. It could be a higher force bigger than
Mm,
you
yeah.
that could make it right and make you come out of that meditation and say, "Wow, this
Mm.
is what I have to do."
So
It
you
will make you
nobody's
very
telling you to
clear.
do it. I mean, that's what
No,
I
no, no,
really admire
no,
about the Brahma Kumaris and I love about the Brahma. Nobody's telling you you have to do this and this and this. They
no,
don't do that, you know. They
no.
just offer it and but you realize
I I
that
think,
it works, right?
yeah, and well, I think you have to have that surrender in you to surrender the thought, and
Hmm.
and don't own the thought. It's bigger than you if it's bad, okay? Maybe, but it's not. That doesn't mean that you can be defeated,
Yeah.
you know? And I think that you just have to surrender and know that it's going to be okay.
Mm.
You have that confidence that it's going to be okay, but you have to give it takes years. I'm here 30 years and I'm every year is like another experience. It doesn't come overnight. It's not a quickie.
No, it's not just okay, do this and you'll be happy forever. It's
No.
really is. We've taken many years
Yeah.
to build up a lot of worries and negativity and
Yeah.
fears, and now hopefully it's not going to take that many years now once we get this, that there is a
Yeah.
way to just rid yourself, of all the
That's
waste.
the thing. And convert it to positive.
Mm. Yeah. And also, I mean, would you say, I mean, because I know you and I see how hard you work on yourself, your early morning meditations at the center, really early, you make extra special effort, don't you? In whatever you do.
Yes, but it's worth it. It's
It's
worth
work.
it.
It's worth
It's
it.
worth it because my whole life has changed. My whole life has changed. And it's like, I just have to do it. I just have to do it. And if I don't do it, I feel the difference.
Mm. Well, it's like you say, it is a process. I mean, it doesn't happen overnight, but once you're on the path, you
Mhm.
know, I think, and you get, I mean, the main thing is for a person, to me, to be aware that they can change. Because a lot
Yeah.
of people don't think they can change. They say, this is me, this is my personality. Oh, I get angry, or I get frustrated, or what's the word? I'm worried about the future. Like they think this is just them, right? And that they
Yeah.
can't, most people don't think they can do something about it, don't they?
Exactly.
You know?
And I think that um, they don't think they can do something and they can't trust when they go into meditation. You have to
Mhm,
be open and
mhm,
let that stuff come out of you or let it
mhm.
come into you. Because it's a love thing and it's a process.
Yeah.
It's a healing process and it's a healer.
It's pretty amazing. It really is
Yeah,
pretty amazing that you can, because a lot of people, again, as I'm saying, don't feel they can change themselves. This is me, this is my personality. And when you realize that you really can change it, and it all begins with a thought, doesn't it? Like, I
yeah,
have to change this. This is
yeah.
not, instead of blaming others. Isn't that what usually happens?
Right. You have
We,
to
we,
let
we're
go of that
upset, we're
ego.
angry at someone, we blame them. It's their fault that we're feeling this way. But it's
A
all
lot
up
of
to
it is
us.
ego too. A
What?
lot of it is ego too.
Ego.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you just have to let all those things go. If you really want to change, you have to do it that way. It's
Yeah.
just like a little, I don't know. I hope I'm explaining it okay.
No, you perfectly. I like it. I like listening, and we talk a lot.
Mhm.
What I really admire in you is a lot of things, and everybody else does too, is your commitment and your determination. You're very determined. I mean, just the fact, mention how you get up every single weekend, early in the morning, and cook for how many people? 20, 30 at the center? I mean, that's on Saturday night, you're working like through the night practically, right? It's just, so what is it? You just know this is what you do and you love doing it.
I love doing it. Yeah. And I think that there's a reason why I'm doing it. There's a
Mhm.
reason for everything.
Yeah.
You have to accept. Sometimes you just have to accept and you have to be open-hearted about it.
Hmm. Hmm.
And in silence, you surrender. And so
Yeah.
when you go into meditation, you're surrendering your thoughts. So
Hmm.
you can see them and you can get the help that maybe you need. I'm talking about the experience in meditation, you
Hmm.
know, as far as tuning in to God's space,
Hmm.
and everybody has their own God,
Hmm.
but tuning into my space, my personal
Hmm.
space, I know who I'm tuning into,
Mm.
you know?
It also requires honesty with yourself instead
Yeah,
of blaming others for the problems you have, right? It's not,
exactly.
you can't
Yeah.
blame anyone but yourself, right? I mean, for
And I
whatever
just, I
happens in your
just
life.
like the thought, like in silence, you surrender.
Oh,
Okay.
beautiful.
So and I was thinking about that today and I was saying in silence, that allows you to surrender
Hmm.
wherever you take it, but you have to accept it. And then you have to either change it or make it stronger in yourself,
Hmm.
you know?
The
But
sounds
it's
of
a whole
silence.
process. It just doesn't come small. It's
No,
not, there's no easy fix, but
no.
it's not difficult either. Once
Well,
you
I'm
get the
glad you're
hang
saying
of
that,
it,
because you might scare people away by
and
your
that's
process, that you work so hard at it and you do this and that. And,
no, but
it's
what
not
has
that
come
way.
out of it? No, what has come out of it has been well worth, and it hasn't even been that bad,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you want to be there, you want the answers, you want to hear why,
Mhm.
and so when you get them, you don't run from them, you deal with them.
Do you get the answer? I mean, I myself, and I maybe a lot of other people do too, get this answer inside of me. It's like it almost a voice sometimes, saying, look,
Yeah.
you're off. You're not doing this correctly, or this, it just comes. And then I realize I have to change this and not blaming someone else. Or if something happens, I realize they've come, they've come to teach me something so I can
Yeah.
change.
Yeah,
And so
absolutely.
it is a process.
Absolutely.
It's a continuing
As
uh
long as you don't lose that trust to
that
keep going,
trust.
you
Yeah.
know? And if you're profiting from it, and I mean not profiting in money, but if it's doing you good, it's like you want to feel good. You want to be good.
Right. I like that. You want to be good.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
want you want to. I mean
Yeah.
that's part of this whole thing, to feel good again, you know?
And I think there's a feeling today that people aren't feeling good. Many people.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all, but many people are feeling, these are tough times. People are losing their hope, their enthusiasm.
Yeah.
I mean, they're trying. I think a lot of people are really trying. But I think once you recognize it's up to you, isn't it? It's
It's the
not someone else.
solution. You'll be showed a solution
Uh-huh.
if you're truthful about what you're looking for.
Oh, that's
But
beautifully
if
said,
there's other
Donna.
stuff involved,
Yeah.
it gets complicated. But
Like the past,
it's
the past,
simple.
right?
It's simple. You just go into meditation and
That's
let
it.
it take you, and trust and love. It's just like loving yourself and loving what you're receiving.
Like trust the process. That
Yeah.
this process will work if you keep going. If
I
you
mean,
don't keep going and you give up and you go back to your old ways,
yeah.
it's like medicine, right? When you're sick or
Yeah.
something, if you stop the medicine in the middle, it's not working, right?
Yeah.
Or the vitamins or whatever. So I do, want to talk about the cooking because I mean the food, the importance of how you cook, I mean, is a big thing, isn't it? You don't just slap it all together and say, okay, here's breakfast. I mean, breakfast on Sundays at the meditation center are really special, and other holidays when you do, other times when you cook. So tell me about your attitude and how you keep things at this kind of very beautiful level,
Well, just like like what I said about, you have to want to get rid of what you have that might be
Hmm.
standing in your way or whatever, and accepting what you get with the meditation. Well,
Yeah.
take the power of that meditation and go somewhere else with it. And
Mm.
that when you protect when you start making your food, you want to fill it with vibrations. And so when
Good
people,
vibrations,
good
right? Good
vibration,
vib.
yeah. And when people feel it, they feel the difference.
Mm.
Some may think it's the food, but
Right.
it's like the yoga you're in, the vibrations in the food is like the best.
Is
You can't give somebody, it has to be positive.
mm. And
And it's
people
easy when you
feel
come to
it.
that point.
People feel it when they eat your food, or if they can do it themselves, in meditation and kind of have the spiritual energy because food is very important. Did we show the pictures of you? I just got, here you are. Where are you?
In the kitchen,
At the center. Look at that. And how many do you cook for on Sundays? Meditation class Sundays?
about 20, sometimes
Sometimes
more.
more, sometimes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's not an easy thing. Early in the morning, you start cooking or the night before, right? Yeah.
yeah.
And your food is unbelievable. It's very
Thank you.
natural. It is vegan at the center. Um, a lot of people are vegans, but not all, but the vegan food is incredible.
Actually,
And
I never even cooked like that before. And
really,
yeah, it was until
a
I
lot of
came
people
home.
feel it's too hard to cook. People don't know that they can cook, right? A lot of people think,
Well, they
you
don't
know,
have, again, the confidence.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not that hard. I mean, a lot of things that you make are I'm not saying they're simple. They're hard, but they're not hard, right? I
No, they're
mean,
not
they're
hard. They're not
doable.
hard. It doesn't
Yeah.
need to be hard. It
No.
could be easy.
Mm.
And it could still be loaded with all kinds of good things,
Good and healthy things, and you're so aware of all of that. And
Mhm.
so we could talk all day, and I know we do talk a lot when we get together. What would you say then, with all of that you're talking about, is the number one thing that a person might do to begin this change, to begin this shift in their life? And it might be someone that's been practicing for a long time. They're just not getting that, enthusiasm inside. Or it just might be that things haven't worked out in their life, right? And then,
Mhm.
there's a kind of sorrow that they have to get over. So what is your advice to people that say, I want more? And this is the time for more. This is the awakening time, isn't it? I think on the planet for spirituality.
I think you have to have a spiritual love
Mm-hmm.
and maybe like someone who guides you
Mm-hmm.
and lots of love and
Mm,
trust and honesty
beautiful.
and things that are going to make you feel better.
Mm,
Because if you're carrying negativity, you need to
mm.
get rid of it and you need to face it. And if you're carrying good thoughts, I mean, it feels a lot better that way, But I just like the thought that everything is good.
It's all good.
It's
And whatever
all
you're
good.
going through is taking you to the
Yeah.
next level.
Yeah.
Even things that seem, why is this happening to me? Because people ask that a lot of times, I've seen that in myself. Why did this happen? But it's always taken me to a higher level. If I get
Yeah.
it, if I don't blame others.
Yeah.
Blaming others is,
You
it's a
just have to
no-no,
be
right?
honest. You have to
With
be
yourself.
honest. And
Yeah. Yeah.
you have to be honest with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're sitting in yoga,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be honest with that. And so if you can't be, then you have a problem. And sometimes it takes a long time to get rid of that problem.
Sure.
But then once you're able to accept it, I think it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot easier.
Donna, I'll say you have done the work over the years.
Oh,
You've
I'm
done the
even
work.
halfway there, Meredith.
Well, you get there
I
more and
don't
more
feel
all the time.
so.
And what I love about you, and as everybody else does, is your enthusiasm and you're fun, right? You're fun to be with. You're fun to travel with. We've traveled to India together, we were roommates in India, I remember. I don't know how many times, but we were definitely together in India. And it's
We know
time.
each other well.
Yes, we really do. And what I love about being around you is it's not serious heaviness. It's fun. Spirituality, meditation, it can be fun. Like it's enjoyable. It isn't like, oh my God, I got to do this today. It's not like that. And we're
No.
also very thankful to our Miami spiritual leader, Sister Veronica, who's guided many of us over the years,
Mhm.
kind of kept us going and when we needed help. And she's loved by not just people who practice this, but I know people I've introduced her to and you have over the years. Everybody loves Veronica. So thank you so much, Donna, for
Thank you,
making
Meredith.
time for me. Om Shanti, right?
All right, Om
Yeah.
Shanti.